Greetings, fellow carpenters and plumbers alike. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Brandenburg Shelter, Episode 33, Collecting the Rain. Oh, meta event. Come on, zombies, don't chase me. Chase the gunfire. It's gonna be so cool one day when those meta events are actual people. So if you hear gunfire, you can like go and investigate to see if it's like a friendly or hostile and invite them to your community if they're friendly, etc., etc. I cannot wait for that day. That is when Zomboid's going to be truly a masterclass game. I mean, it's not to say that it isn't already, but I've been wanting NPCs, proper NPCs, for like a decade? And I'm a patient man, but I'm not a wait 10 years patient man, so I'm hoping it comes sooner than later. Come on, it's just a bush, van. I'm gonna have to find a new way to drive home, because these bushes are getting obstructive. Oh my god. All the king's horses and all the king's men can't roll this van home again. Okay, we are going to set up the old loft as kitchen. Got it. I don't know if I'm going to have, gasoline to work with. Gasoline. Rainwater to work with. Words are really, for some reason, challenging for me today. I apologize. But I will set up the rain barrel. So the plan is, this section where the icy freezer is where the kitchen area is going to be. And then the new area is where, like, I'll sleep and personal storage and that stuff. Alright, this really doesn't need to be refueled right now. But, regardless, there's plenty of spare gas now for it. It's not very filling stew. But, whatever. Let's make 2 of them. They were small little bunnies. Not long for this world. Oh, the second one's a little bit better. And thankfully, I was careful enough not to put glue in it, if you were worried about that. What'd I pull the pocket? Oh, probably for butchering. Right, right. The other thing is, I need a new book. So, give me one moment. I had thought Maintenance 2 would be the most useful. Or I could finish tailoring. I'm going to do Maintenance 2. That'll be my next read. Don't know what I put in my backpack. In hindsight, maybe I should have like ran over a lot more of the bunnies. But, yeah, whatever. I had a little mercy. Not enough mercy not to run them over in the first place. Just enough mercy not to pass up the opportunity for a little bit of hair. Alright, let's get the rain barrel set up. And I think what I'll do is I'll plan on the sink that I want to plumb going right here. So 1 unit from the edge wall, right where the icy is. And then on the, that will be where the fridge goes. Or not the fridge, the stove. I'll probably also want some counter space in there. I'm likely to like raid a restaurant for their shelves and whatnot to make it look more industrial. At least that's my plan. Alright, time for my arms to pop off. Muscle strain time. So the other thing I'm going to need to be on the lookout for is empty non-water barrels that I can set up on the roof for rain's sake. So the 8 squares here can all support rain barrels. I'm not going to do, I'll probably do like a C or something. So I'll put 7 of 8 instead. Alright. Now that that's set up, I'm going to top up my own water. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, cool. I use the rope either direction. That's pretty swanky. Wait, I thought this was, why are these containers... I thought I was wearing one of these containers. Yeah, wear. I don't recall unwearing it. So speaking of counters, this looks to be a good one. This, industrial sink. We'll bring that upstairs, and that will be what I plumb to. Nice large sink, because I sometimes struggle right-clicking sinks to be able to hook up. And it's plumbed. So the stove will go adjacent to the sink, and then this whole area here will be turned into, like, kitchen shelving. With a door maybe here or something. I don't know where the door is going to go exactly. But the old fryer, maybe I'll put downstairs where the sink was. Because I don't need the fryer anymore. So this will look almost right. Now probably, because of the way you guys voted, the next big thing for me to do is to actually build more rain barrels. Oops, that's building. So I need planks, nails, garbage bags, and we're going to do the level 5 ones, obviously. At some point, maybe I'll add a bathroom, but that's out of scope for right now. If I recall correctly, I think I set up the other van here as having everything that I need to cut down trees for carpentry already in it. I'll double check. Yep, rope and the axe. There's enough. 5 logs? Five logs would be a good start. And then once I have the array of rain barrels, collecting empty cans will just be a regular thing. You guys will have to remind me to do that, because I'm sure I will forget a lot. Nails, I think, are favorited. And then the bags of... the box of bags needs to be opened. Is it too heavy for me to open? Yeah, I think that's the case. Excuse me? Oh, no, I'm taking them out one at a time. I see. Yeah, okay. That took me a minute. Alright, build. There's one. And two. And I don't have enough planks for more. But, yeah, this is not taking too long. It's nice. I'm also out of nails, so I'll have to grab another box of nails. But I've already quintupled the amount of, like, rain barrels I have. So even if the water collection is slow, you know, if you have enough of them, they do work. I just want all the garbage bags. Come on, game. There's got to be a better way than the click fest that is. Alright, so I'll have enough bags for 3 more. 1, 2, and I need 4 more bags on top of that for the full set that I wanted. I don't know if I have 4 more bags, but I can rifle around the trash cans downstairs for them. There's my nails. Because I don't think I've been collecting garbage bags. No, I haven't. Actually, I'll just move this water barrel up. It might break in the process, but I don't need the lower sink plumbed. So I think that makes the most sense. Back to cut down trees. Actually, scratch that. God, I am so hurt from just carrying some logs. Let's make sure that my weight stays normal. So the water collections, I think buckets are probably the highest volume water collection. I could make water buckets if I collected iron band smalls, small handle, and wire. So there's that possibility as well. Or carving, but I don't nearly have enough carving skill yet to make it from carving. But I could do carved buckets. I wish it would tell me the volume of these buckets. I don't know the actual liquid volume, but there's... You know, if I struggle trying to find normal buckets, I can always try to make them, too. That's not necessarily unreasonable. Cheers. And I'm Mark. Thank you for the resub. Oh, we have got zombies in my front yard. Don't like that. Wow, and this van is, like, completely out of fuel. Okay. I'm gonna go deal with both those things right now. Really? 2 soda cans was not enough to make me not tired? They really changed caffeine. I know I have caffeine pills, I just didn't want to have to take them. The plant water buckets are the best. If you recall, I thought regular metal buckets were higher volume. I think it's 10 liters versus 4 liters. I think the regular buckets are 10. Well, still drowsy. And weight's still going down, despite chugging like a liter of soda. I'll get to making those ram barrels in a minute. I just don't want zombies this close to home. It's too close. Maybe I'll take trees from... I don't know. Oh, I hear a knocker. Put it out, lady. Or... dude. The rest of this wall looks cleared. I'll actually take trees from the northwest so that I can check on those door barricades. Oh, almost hit the building. I swear it snuck up on me. Oh man, this van. Even a little bit of overgrowth and this van's just like, struggle bus. I'm gonna guess... I should probably do the math. I'll take 12 home. Definitely excessive exertion. Which, as we learned with our last survivor, is dangerous. But I did it all the same. And tonight, I think we're gonna have to go to sleep a little earlier, because I'm already ridiculously tired. So I imagine it's gonna be like a 13 hours of sleep kind of night. Oh, man. The strain. Nah, she got up. There's something to be said for persistence. This is a second survivor. The first one died because I was excessively exerted with deep wounds on my feet, so I couldn't walk away fast enough. And ended up just getting caught, essentially. Oh, that's annoying. Grab all the bags. Well, we're almost done. Actually, I'm going to need one fewer than I had even anticipated. I don't need to move that other one. Because I'm good at counting. Because I don't really want to fill the void where I can't, you know, get in there. Alright. I'm going to rely on you, chat, to remind me that I have timber on the roof. Because there's no way I'm going to remember. Question for you guys. What to work on tomorrow? If you want me to try to set up, like, smaller rain collectors so that we can fill the big barrels, you're free to vote on that. If you want me to go back to the Gigamart, you can vote on number 4, or whatever else, it's up to you. I should put the ropes away as well. And apparently I had way more nails than I thought. I still have I had 160 left over. Wait, pack in a box. Let's go. There we go. Told my character to do that, and she was like, what? Pack in a box? I don't know what that means. Alright, it is almost midnight in-game, so let's hit the sack. Cheers! Seems to me that team go back to the Gigamart is leading. Copy that. 10:30. That's not too unreasonable. I'm going to drink my calories. Okay. So, current priority is clear the way into the Gigamart Plaza. Again. I may want a backup melee weapon. Actually, I think it's probably unlikely that I break my crowbar today. But I'll throw one of these used crowbars in the trunk anyway. I don't have a lot of food for the road. I'll take a box of mac and cheese. It's like not as yummy to eat it raw, but like calories are calories. Alright, away we go. Maybe today's the day that I'll actually be able to get in the Gigamart. If I'm lucky. If towards the end of today, it doesn't seem like that is the case because I still have more hordes to clear and there doesn't seem to be an end in the hordes, I will attempt to do like a honking lure type strategy. I feel like I'm close, enough that honking might be a net negative to me, which is why I've been holding off on it. But I've already killed like 250 zombies trying to get in to the Gigamart, so if it seems like there's another 250 left, you know, honking might be the solution. And as I mentioned last stream, I am not planning on setting fires. Even though they can be cheesed and controlled, I don't plan on cheesing and controlling them. Every zombie is going to be put down by yours truly, either through firearms, melee weapons, or a car. And I don't really want to use my vehicles that way, so firearms or melee weapons. Ooh, another duffel. Double nested container. You don't see that very often. A lunchbox of beef jerky. A lunchbox inside a duffel on a zombie. I guess technically that's a triple nested container if you count the zombie. So I'm gonna guess, not that I can confirm this, that these stragglers here were ones that, like, followed me as I drove away last time I was clearing, and then stayed in the area. Because I've cleared out all the houses around here. And it's not like I've left for them to respawn or anything. Oh! What the heck? That broke way faster than I thought it would. Glad I have the spare. Honestly, that crowbar had a ton of health left on it. I am not sure. I just don't know what happened there, to be honest. It had like a, I don't know, a fifth of its HP bar or something. Which in my experience is still like hundreds and hundreds of swings. Now don't mourn that crowbar. There's always more crowbars. I'm like the here's an old internet reference. The Ginju or whatever, but instead of spoons, it's crowbars. God, what was that monster called? Ginju Sabe? Was it? Hey, Petrable, thank you for the resub. But it was an old internet meme of the incredibly slow weapon with the inefficient, or the incredibly slow murder with the inefficient weapon. Or it was like a ghoul chasing a dude with spoons, and he just kept hitting him with spoons over and over. And then finally, the spoon broke, and the guy thought he was going to get respite from being attacked by spoons. And then the ghoul opens up his trench coat to reveal just like a trench coat full of extra spoons. I'm going the wrong way. Well, might as well kill these zombies before I go the right way. Must be a hawk to break one of those. I mean, I suppose I can see, like, given enough use, metal fatigue. IRL crowbar is a pretty damn hardy. But for a game balancing mechanic, having a weapon that never breaks would be a pretty broken game mechanic, so I totally agree with the fact that they are finite. In a game like this, there shouldn't be infinite anything. Not without considerable setup or effort or something like that. I thought the way would be a little bit more clear than this. I'm slightly, honestly, discouraged. that I've had to clear this many even driving up to the area that I was last. Just multiply how many Zeds I've killed, and that's how many swings it took. Well, that wasn't my first crowbar. Additionally, as your maintenance skill levels up, you do less damage to your weapon with higher maintenance skill. So one of the reasons why I like to level maintenance before I start using rare weapons, because if you have a maintenance of, like, let's say 0 and use a katana versus a maintenance of, let's say 5 and use a katana, you're going to get like twice as many swings or even more out of a maintenance 5 katana than a maintenance 0 katana. I don't know the actual math, but I do know that maintenance helps to ridiculously elongate the lifespan of a weapon. So that you're using it not in a way that it gets destroyed. And I would say, like, in real life, seeing videos of people wielding katanas, a katana used wrong is going to break super fast. It's not designed to be like a durable weapon to be used like a sledgehammer or a crowbar. Like a weapon like a crowbar would be very challenging to break if used wrong, whereas like certain swords and other tools, you use it wrong once and it's done. Like a fire axe, if you're cutting firewood and you hit the firewood, let's say you mess up your swing, you hit it with the shaft of the fire axe, you could, within one swing, break your fire axe. Break the handle. It's like not that hard to do. I've done it before. So I could totally see certain weapons. I mean, I think Zomboid's probably complicated enough that they don't need like a maintenance multiplier on weapons. But I could see there being an argument for that mechanic, where like certain weapons require a minimum maintenance level or a minimum skill floor to be able to use it efficiently. Otherwise, you're likely just to break the weapon. But if they ever introduce that, then they would need to be able to... They would need to give the player the ability to make weapons of all types more easily. Because as it stands now, you can, of course, craft your own weapons, your own blades, which allows you to actually level up two-handed blade. Before this update, before B42, leveling up two-handed was like damn near impossible. Because the only things you could ever use was machetes and katanas, and machetes and katanas were not common enough for you to reasonably build up your long blade unless you got insanely lucky. And I have been insanely lucky before. I had the, I think it was the King of Louisville run where I found like 4 or 5 katanas. It was absurd. Like every pawn shop I went to had a new katana. But even then, it's not a... It was pretty challenging to level a long blade that way. So in Zomboid, making crude knives is not too challenging with, like, napping. And maybe at some point we'll get into napping up simple tools. You just need to know what stones to forage for, and it's really not that bad. But true blacksmithing requires considerable tool investment, and finding those tools is pretty challenging. Because finding anything in Zomboid is pretty challenging, so... The floor to crafting, being, like, forging random stones from the ground, is pretty easy to get into. But being able to make, like, amazing two-handed weapons is definitely a bit of a pipe dream. Unless you're on a well-established multiplayer server and, like, one of the players specializes or something like that. Alright, let's, what does the kill count say? We're up to almost 1,100 zombies. Survive for a day and... or a month and 6 days. And we're still clearing the way into, the Gigamart. So after the stragglers that I'm engaging now, I'm going to try to catch some maintenance book reading rest time. Where are you going, lady? What? She forgot how to chase people. Why is my level of panic so ridiculously high? Ooh, strawberries. Why? Why do I have to do this to figure out the grow season? It's like, just read it on the thing. Alright, so I'm not going to be planting strawberries, like, ever. One of the other things I hadn't really considered is the average time to grow. So, like, I've planted, let's say, a lot of leek. And leeks take 150 days to grow. I mean, the time for when my crops are gonna offer me nutrition is... well, it ain't soon. I'll put it that way. But now that I have a semi-established farmland, you know, whatever. I'll keep it going. It's not a big deal. So it's 3:20 in-game. I'll read until 4. That should give me enough rest. Just trying to get lay of the land. It is looking emptier. Attach crowbar. Wait, I took that off my back? How? I didn't... what? I didn't click this in... oh, okay. Well, maybe I screwed that up or something. I think when it broke, I never put it on that slot. Have I looted this? No, I haven't. Alright. I wanted to top up my water. But I might also get food from in here. Jar of carrots. I'm glad that so many of my neighbors in game are like hardcore cottagecore, jarring up their own fruits and veggies. It has made finding edible food easy, or easier. Well, they got it quick. Is that a dead mouse on the table? Oh, it's a mouse toy, okay. I was gonna say, like, what? Chrome sink, fill the canteen. Exposure Survival 4 is carpentry. I'm never going to watch that, but I'll take it. Well, not never. I guess if my character dies, it will be useful. That's a big old jinx right there. Let's hope. Oh, this bed looks... I wouldn't mind... You know what? Little side task. Let's just take a little bed. Unfortunately, this is gonna, like, strain me pretty good. And wear me out. Oh man, I parked way up there. Can I show skills as a reminder? Yeah, what skills are you interested in? I've got no firearm skills. For melee, it's mostly maintenance and long blunt. 4 and 2. Carpentry, I'm about 6.5. Cooking is almost 2. Electrical, 3 and change. Where'd these guys come from? But yeah, I've been sleeping on a cot for the longest time. So, oh, well, there's more. So finally having, like, a bed, I might be able to sleep fewer hours and have more working hours. Window planters would be really cool. Like flower boxes. Be able to, I mean, I don't think it would support all crops, but herbs, certainly. They would have to even further go in depth for the farming mechanic, because they would need a subset of crops that could be like window planter box versus ground. And to that end, I could also see, like, hanging planters, right? Like, it's not unreasonable to have, like, hanging plants, hanging strawberries, and stuff like that. I could see that being a thing. Either through mods or through vanilla mechanics. Well, it's 6 p.m., but I'm not tired yet, so let's keep going. I'm going to try to bring the vehicle down and see how far I can get tonight. This is where I want to park. I'm going to turn my car around in case I need to rapid flee. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow zombie apocalypse survivors.